Okay, so last week and the week before, I went to London on a Friday with the school to go and see 2 different productions. The first one was Blood Brothers, fantastic by the way, must go and see that. And the other one was Woman in Black, which I have seen before, but it's so scary. I can't. It's just so unbelievably scary. Yeah, I had a bit of a panic attack in the theatre. My friend Tom grabbed me and I couldn't breathe. Not because he was grabbing me, because I was so scared I couldn't breathe. I was having a bit of a panic attack, and Rachel, who's like one of the teachers in front of us, she turned around, she grabbed my hand and she was like, Megan, you need to breathe. Into your nose and out through your mouth. Come on, you need to breathe. And I was so scared. It was so scary. If Tom hadn't been there, I don't know what would have happened. I really don't. It's ridiculous. But year 10s, buttheads they are, completely ruined it for everyone. They decided at half time they were going to go out and have a fag, and when they came back in late, which annoyed everyone. As well as that, they talked the entire way through the show, and it just takes away from the show's like atmosphere that it's creating, and it was so annoying. And as one of the older people who was meant to be there to, you know, keep them in line, you know, we were the ones turning around and saying, look, shut up. You know what I mean? And it's just bad, isn't it? There's people in that there who actually wanted to listen to the show. But yeah, we also got a bit of a complaint from someone else, one of the paying customers, saying how they hoped that our school would never be allowed back and the management would ban us from coming. I don't think that did happen, but you know, that's just so embarrassing, isn't it? Especially when it's your school. But when you haven't been doing it, you feel embarrassed. You just do. I mean, I felt embarrassed by him. Oh, at one point, there was a girl sitting behind me, not behind me, but on the row above, and she was from our school. She was a year 10, and she wasn't nearly as bad scared as I was. Even Rachel said that, and she was crying. But the guy who was sitting next to her, she was like, I've got to leave. So he got up with her, and then proceeded to actually say really loudly, move out of the way, she's coming out, she's going out, she's going out. I was like, just quiet down, love. Okay, fair enough. It was very scary, and if you need to go out, you need to go out, okay? Fair enough. But do it quietly. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, that was Woman in Black. On the way to Blood Brothers, I was sitting on the bus, and I have all the VLR episodes. If you know what VLR is, it's a radio show done by, or a podcast done by Nerimon or Alex Day and Jimmy 0010 or Jimmy Hill. And I love VLR, I really do. I'm a huge fan, and like I'm listening to it I've been listening to it to go to sleep with, but it doesn't really work, because I'll just be laying there trying to go to sleep, and then all of a sudden I'll just burst out laughing. But yeah, it doesn't really work to go to sleep with, but you know, I really like it. So yeah, we were listening to that, and my friend hadn't heard it before, so I was making her listen to it, and she was sitting there laughing. And then the girl in front of me, or a couple of seats in front, turned around and said, oh, what are you listening to? And I was like, it's VLR. And she was like, oh, really? Don't Nerimon do that? I was like, oh yeah, I'm a subscriber to Nerimon. And she was like, oh my god, me too. And we found out there was about 4 of us on the bus, which actually knew who Nerimon was, and were a fan or subscribers or whatever, which was really brilliant, because there was 50 people on the bus, right? I haven't worked out this math, so just off the top of my head, there's 50 people on the bus. If 4 and 50 people, right, which is kind of like, that's almost 10 people, that's almost 1 person in every 10, right? And if you do that to the UK, right, that's going to be like, that's ridiculous, isn't it? 1 in 10 people in the UK know who Nerimon is. Now, that's just made up fact, but, you know, think about it. Within 50 people, there was 4 people who knew who he was. That's almost whatever it is, statistics. That's all my statistics, whatever. And that's, oh my god, that's so amazing, isn't it? And at what point, I was thinking along this, at what point do you go from being someone who people know to being a celebrity? At what point does that happen? Because in my mind, he is a celebrity. And we were saying on the bus, we were like, oh, and it'd be so cool if we saw him. Like, we just like go up to him and like talk to him. I know he doesn't actually know who we are. Why would he, really? But that'd be so cool, wouldn't it? So cool. And, you know, every time I go to London now, I think, oh my god, Nerimon could like walk past me. As if he was a celebrity. Maybe he is a celebrity. I think he is. I mean, he is as much of a celebrity as any of like the Big Brother runner-ups, right? He is as big a celebrity as them. But his celebrity status doesn't get much coverage. Just a train of thought that I happen to be on. So yeah.